Don't they look absolutely stunning, folks? I recently had the pleasure of spending a little bit of time with Karishma over in San Francisco. Her and her cousin Shalvina drove down from Sacramento and showed me around the town of San Francisco, and I can testify to the fact that David is getting an amazing woman. She's generous, kind-hearted, and I was just amazed at the hospitality that she showed me. But she drives really fast in cars. Well, on behalf of Alan and Sarita Kenyon, I would like to formally welcome you all to this very auspicious occasion that is the legal wedding ceremony of David, Ashwini Kenyon, and Karishma Maharaj. I'll now introduce you to the rest of the bridal party. David's best man is Qasil Hassan, son of Dr. Mohammed Shahidul and Momina Hassan. David's groomsman is Ranil Kumar with my daughter Anasat, son of Saroj Awati. Karishma's matron of honor is Pranita Narayan, daughter of Indul and Sarda Prasad. Karishma's bridesmaid is Tash Singh, daughter of Neil and Narendra Singh. Now, I know you're not supposed to have favourites, but I have. The page boy who brought those rings in is my son, Josiah James Goucher, and the most beautiful flower girl there is my daughter, Helen Joy Goucher. I'd especially like to welcome and mention Karishma's father, Mr. Sharat Sharma, who travelled all the way from Sacramento, California to be here, and I would like to acknowledge Karishma's mother, Mrs. Gangama Chand, who unfortunately can't be here with us tonight. It's at this stage that I'd like to introduce the man charged with the honourable task of marrying these two special people. He hails from David's hometown, Moerewa, where he is an elder at the Kenyon's family church, the Moerewa Christian Fellowship, which has the awesome privilege of taking over a pub and changing into a church. He's the father of David's best childhood friend, Casey, who is also here tonight. Would you welcome, please, Mr. Laurie Anderson?
It's my great pleasure today to be the marriage celebrant for David and Karishma. I've known David since he was a little wee lad. I've known the whole family. We've been up in a little place called Moerewa, a sleepy little settlement in the Bay of Islands, for those who do not know where that is. So that's where we come from. And we've spent many, many years growing up in this little town called Moerewa. And today we're on this big stage, and I tell you, I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I'm thinking to myself, man, look at this. And they put a Maori in charge. Man, that's awesome. But you know what? I think it's really cool. The best thing about it is this. There's colour all over this wedding. There's cultures. There's cultures and there's many beliefs. And so it makes it quite a rich occasion today. You know, and as a Māori, I just want to say that in our history, as the original settlers of this nation called New Zealand, we had many, many, many gods. Many gods. We had a god of the sea called Tamaro, god of the forest. We had a god for everything. And we sacrificed to these gods. You know, it kept us in war, and it kept us in cannibalism and bondage for years and years. Until my chiefs, Te Pahi, Ruatara, engaged with missionaries. You know, when they met with missionaries, they heard that you do not have to sacrifice anymore. They were shocked. They were shocked. They heard about a God that says, I will provide the sacrifice. I will provide the way. And I will forgive you of your sins. My people thought, how is this possible? How is this possible? But through faith in what this God promised. You know, it impacted our people that much that there isn't a marae in the whole of New Zealand where Māoris do not declare that Jesus Christ is Lord. So impacting was that message that it stopped cannibalism. So impacting was that message that it stopped us sacrificing our children. Sacrificing. And today this ceremony is a ceremony I will take. It's a Christian ceremony. And it says in Genesis 2 verse 28, it says in Genesis 2 verse 28, where God's mandate from heaven, and it hasn't changed. I don't care who's in government, God has not changed his mandate when he said that for this reason of marriage, shall a man leave his mother and father. So young men, if you want to leave home, here's a good reason. Get married. For this reason shall a young man leave his home, and the two shall become as one. So that's who I am, and I'm going to continue now with the ceremony. So I'm going to ask Shama, have I said it correctly? Yes. I'm going to ask you to come forward and stand beside your daughter.